You know, I think it's always nice when you can show people another side of you that they've never seen. And that's like always my favorite thing. I love to be a novice in stuff, meaning trying something and just diving in something that I've never done before. Because that just really just sets my juice, you know, my creative juices going, you know? So, of course, and I'll be honest, you know, when I got called from, you know, from the directors of Saints and Soldiers to do this, I was scared, man. Because I was like, dude, people are just going to laugh me off the screen, you know, all that stuff, because everybody can act and everyone's had all this training and stuff. And so I was scared, I'm not going to lie. But, you know, as soon as I got on set and just like saw everything, saw the real tanks and stuff getting blown up and, you know, I felt like I was in a different, you know, different era, different world. So it was just like all the fear just left me, and now it's just adrenaline and excitement.
You understand you're not welcome here.
What are you, deaf?
Go on, leave.
Looking like Corporal Cracker, they're taking a liking to you.
Yeah, he's a real charmer.
You think that being out here fighting against the greatest race haters in the world, we wouldn't still be having this problem in the US of A?
It's called irony. Or hypocrisy, depending on which side of the border you're on.
Mm-hmm. Colored-only drinking fountains. That's how it was when we left. That's how it's going to be when we get back.
The storyline has some racial kind of issues to it, and that's very different from the other Saints and Soldiers movies. And this was to me one of the big highlights of the movie. I felt like I was a messenger in this, and you know, helping people to see. You know, a lot of times we see the racial tension in different parts. You know, during the 1940s. But we don't see much of it within the situation of war. Here are these African Americans that wanted to fight for their country, and nobody wanted them to. And they had absolutely no respect for the fact that they were kissing their wives and their children and going out to war, and they might not come back. But for them, it was seen as being different. Oh, you guys are just, you know, you guys are just objects. You just, you know. And so what I love is that you saw parts in the story where you saw some people, some of the white soldiers, they started to show some, you know, they started to show some feelings for Owen, you know what I mean? But not, you know what I'm saying? You know, they don't want to turn him, but they felt something, and they started to realize that this is a human being. You know, when you're fighting you're fighting against another country, okay, you are all the same people.